The meeting of the Revere Zoning Board of Appeals for December 10, 2014 will come to order. Roll call.
Mr. Bacilli? Present. Mr. Corrin is absent. Mr. D'Angelo? Present. Mr. Mazzoni? Present. Mr. Colometto? Mr. Tucker?
Present.
Quorum is present. First application before the board is application A1425. This is the application of Kim Falzoni, trustee of 1 Lawrence Road Realty Trust, 9111 Avola Oaks, Wilmington, Massachusetts, requesting a variance of Title 17, Chapter 1724, Section 1724010 of the revised ordinances of the City of Revere, minimum lot size and frontage, and all setback dimensional regulations to enable the appellant to have the structure located on Lot 13 at 1 Bay Road, also known as 1 Lawrence Road, Revere, Massachusetts, fully and completely conformed to all said regulations as a single-family dwelling.
Could you push the button and let it turn green? Right at the bottom. Here you go.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the Zoning Board of Appeals. My name is Attorney Lawrence Simeone. Law office is at 300 Broadway, Revere, Massachusetts. This evening I represent the applicant Kim Falzoni, trustee of 1 Lawrence Road Realty Trust. As the clerk read in the notice, we seek basically to convert a garage to a single-family building. The garage was built by a three-car garage permit that was issued in April 10, 2000. It's permit number 6544, and it's part of your application. The lot is 60-foot frontage with 30-foot depth. It's 1,800 square feet, and that is lot 13 on Lawrence Road. Essentially, after the construction was approved, there was an agreement at one time in years past that the property could be converted. That agreement between other administrations didn't exactly fall out all that well. Ultimately, we came to you back in 2012 and went through the long history of difficulty finally getting this legally permitted and corrected. This honorable board granted a variance back in November 28, 2012. Since that time, my client's father, who's been working with her, has attained electrical improvements and electrical approvals and fire department approvals. My understanding in speaking to the client is that to fulfill the obligations under the variance, they have to issue a occupancy, them being the building permit, the building department, because the structure is already there. It's not like they're building anything. So he didn't finish the job. He didn't have an opportunity to go and get the plumbing permit sign off and then a final occupancy permit. And so he left. Unfortunately, the time elapsed, and he didn't come to me for an extension. But be that as it may, we're before you. Things haven't changed, and he would like the opportunity, certainly, to have the relief granted again so that he can get the plumbing inspection done and an issuance of a occupancy permit for the 1 family home.
Thank you. Are there any proponents? Anyone in favor? Hearing none, I'll close that side of the hearing. Any opponents? Anyone opposed? Hearing none, I'll close that side of the hearing. Any members? We'll go on to the next calendar item number.
The next application before the board is application A1426. This is the application of David Tenaglia, 251 Brad Street Avenue, Revere, requesting a variance of Title 17, Chapter 1728, Section 1728020 and 1728030 of the revised ordinances of the City of Revere, the parking requirements to enable the appellant to convert a single-family dwelling to a 2-family dwelling on Lot 15 at 251 Brad Street Avenue, Revere.
Good evening. State your name and address for the record, please.
David Tenaglia, 251 Brad Street Avenue, Revere, Mass. and 62 Case Drive, Revere, Mass. Just want to say thank you for hearing my appeal to the variance board. I really appreciate that. A little history on the property. Obviously, it's in Beachmont, which is a tight section of Revere. I happen to live at the end of Bradstreet Avenue, where houses have more room on either side of them. My frontage is 60 feet, which is really good for Beachmont. I also have the biggest lot in my neighborhood. I have over 3,000 square feet. So when I bought this house in 2002, I bought it as is. 2 kitchens, 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms. I haven't done a stick of work to any of the apartments to modify them to make them a 1 or a 2 family. I bought the house the way it was, and it was had 2 apartments.
The dimensions are up there.
I think. Sorry.
Nope, continue.
Recently, it just, I've wanted to do this for a long time, but I didn't have parking. So recently I was able to, I had a big brick wall that kind of separated the backyard area, and a neighbor, one of their tenants had smashed into the wall, and me being look on the bright side kind of person, I said, you know what, now I have the parking that I need, or most of the parking that I need for this area. So, I just hope the board considers the fact that I haven't done any work to the house. I bought it I thought it was a 2-family, and not until the closing that I realized that it was a single family. I think something to consider is that I do have, 3 solid parking spots. I just want to offer that one of the apartments is a 1-bedroom apartment, and the other apartment is a 2-bedroom apartment. So I'm not looking at, like, I got 3 bedrooms over here, 4 bedrooms over here, God knows how many cars are going to be generated. One apartment's a 1-bedroom, and the other apartment's a 2-bedroom. I just, think it's also worth pointing out that in Beachmont, people like to come to Beachmont because they don't want to own a car. They want to be able to take the T to work. So I think that, is something to consider. I think, one of the other things to consider is that we did the abutters list, and none of my neighbors or anybody who could potentially feel they're negatively impacted, the people who matter the most, my neighbors, who I really care about, they were all legally advised, and, none of those folks felt the need to come here to say, you know what, not in my neighborhood, or this is going to make a big deal in the neighborhood, or something along those lines. I think that those are the main arguments insofar as why I'm hoping the city can help me rectify this and
Okay.
give me the authority.
Seeing that this is a public hearing, are there any other proponents? Hearing none, I'll close that side of the hearing. Any opponents? Hearing none, I'll close that side of the hearing. Mr. Henry, you have it for 3 spaces?
3 bona fide spaces.
Okay.
Well, 2 bona fide spaces, 1, the 3rd and 4th short of foot, so we can do a dimensional on the parking spaces also.
It's actually 3 spaces with 1, because they have the set of stairs, so there would be only 3. Okay.
Right, that's the whole problem.
All righty. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for your time today. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Also, gentlemen, may I make a decision on the post?
The first application before the board again is A 1425, the application of Kim Falzoni for various variances to confirm all of said regulations as a single-family dwelling. Question now comes on the granting of the relief requested. Mr. Bacilli? Yes. Yes. Mr. Corrin is absent. Mr. D'Angelo? Yes. Yes. Mr. Mazzoni? Yes. Mr. Colometto? Yes. Mr. Tucker?
Yes.
Yes, this is granted. The next application before the board is the application of David Tenaglia for parking variance to allow the conversion of a single-family dwelling to a 2-family dwelling. Question comes on granting the relief requested. Mr. Bacilli? Yes. Mr. Corrin is absent. Mr. D'Angelo is absent for this. Mr. Mazzoni? Yes. Mr. Colometto? Yes. Mr. Tucker?
Yes.
Yes, this is granted. Final application before the board is the application of S. Claus, 1000 North Pole, requesting various temporary variances on December 24th, 2014, to enable the appellant to conduct a one-night not-for-profit delivery service within the city of Revere to facilitate the delivery of toys and gifts to various resident locations within the community. To reduce the carbon emissions, the appellant proposes to use non-domesticated animals to conduct the delivery services. The non-domesticated animals respond to the names Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, Blitzen, and Rudolph. No further business.
The next meeting will be called by the chair. Thank you and happy holidays.